What's up? It's Isaac Thunder. You've never seen this before. I'm doing a versus fantasy draft versus absolutely nobody. So as you can see, we got the WWE roster, we got the AEW roster, and then we got my roster. Could there be three big major companies in North America? And what would those rosters look like? So this is the pool. I've set it up, if I remember correctly, I set it up so that the women's roster, after the three-way split, we're all going to end up with 14. And then for the men, it's going to be 20 each. So we're going to go in snake order, which means WWE is going to draft first. Then it's going to be AEW. Then we're going to get to me, but I'm going to pick two, so I don't get completely f***ed over being last every time. And then we're going to go back up. AEW is going to pick, and then WWE is going to pick two, and so on. So let's start with the ladies first. Okay, so who out of these women, I'll zoom in if you can't see shit, but who out of these women would WWE most likely pick first? Number one draft pick for WWE women as it stands right now. I think there's really only like two options, realistically speaking. Now, despite what Triple H says in Unreal, talking about some Io Sky, he's picking Rhea Ripley. So Rhea will be the number one women's draft pick for WWE. So now let's go AEW. Who would AEW pick? I think it's, again, between two. I think we're either going Mercedes Moné or they're going Toni Storm. I think they're going to pick Moné. All right, so now it's my turn. I get to pick two. Let me build some suspense because I wonder who I'm going to pick. Asuka? And who's my second pick? Okay. Two women. Toni Storm. I gotta grab up Toni Storm before anybody else gets her. I'm liking Toni Storm's work. Okay, AEW. Who would AEW pick next? So, I think there's an argument to be had for Tekla. There's actually a few women. This is actually kind of hard. AEW's harder to read. So here's who I would think would be in contention. Tekla, Io Sky, Bayley, Charlotte, Vaquer, maybe even Bianca Belair. Contrary to what most people might think, I don't think AEW would just want all the WWE scraps every time. Would they want Jade back? Honestly, at this point, I don't think they would care that much. You know what? I'm going to say they pick Io Sky. If they're being smart, I think they pick Io Sky because we'll see. You'll understand soon. Okay, so who does WWE pick? WWE gets to pick two here. So I'm going to say this round, WWE picks Charlotte and Becky. I feel like I don't think they're done with any of these two right now. Like, I don't think they're done giving these two world title reigns. I think they're probably got like at least one more left in them before they're completely done with this generation. I think they would play it safe. Okay, so next, AEW gets to pick. AEW, I think, grabs up Bayley. Okay, so now I get to pick two. I'm gonna pick... Okay, I like Tekla too much to not grab that up right now. Okay, I'm going Tekla and Bianca Belair. We're pretending her finger isn't still injured. So this is what it's looking like so far. So AEW's up. So who does AEW pick next? They might pick Stephanie Vaquer. Do you think AEW would want Liv Morgan necessarily? Like, I think if she falls in their lap, they'll take it, but I don't think they're like if they had the choice to just pick outright, I don't think they're just picking Liv Morgan first or nothing like this, but so yeah, I think they pick Vaquer. That'd make a strong in-ring roster for them. Assuming they believe in what they say as far as we're the best wrestle, I think they would pick like this. Okay, so WWE's next and they're picking two. Who stands out? Okay, so Jade, Tiffany, Liv. I think they pick Liv here. WWE's just like they're just staying in their lane right now. So Liv Morgan, who else would they pick? I think probably Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, I think they're going Tiffany Stratton. She talking about wanting to leave for Hollywood at like, did she say 30? How old is she? I forget, but they'd probably still pick her. Head ass. Anyways, so now AEW again. AEW. Who does this? Guys, I'm trying my hardest not to do constant cry videos about the state of wrestling or the state of WWE, so this is what we're getting. Unless you guys want to give me some ideas of what you want to see. But anyways, okay, AEW's pick. Would they want Chris Statlander maybe? Jade? I really don't think they would rush to take Jade back at this point. Julia? I don't think they would yet. Okay, we're gonna say AEW picks Chris Statlander. As much as I would have wanted to probably pick her next. Okay, so now I pick 2. I'm picking Julia. And I'm picking... Oh, fucking A. Wait. I was gonna pick Athena, but I might be able to get away with not picking her yet. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think I gotta pick her now. As much as she's hidden in Ring of Honor at the moment, for the most part, I think they do kind of value her like that, so I'll do that to be safe. Did I pick 2? Did I do Julia, Athena? Okay, yeah, I did, yeah. AEW's up next. Okay, so who's the best in-ring, well, aside from like anyone from their pool, is there anybody in WWE who they would think is super good in the ring that they'd want to steal? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say they pick Naomi. Caution character and all. I would have wanted Naomi probably like this next round, but yeah, I can't always get what I want. Okay, WWE picks 2. I'm gonna say they pick Jade Cargill. And you see, thing is, WWE would have absolutely wanted to take Toni Storm. That's why I grabbed her up so quick. Because right now it looks like WWE doesn't want anything else that's not from themselves. But I think at this point they would pick Alexa Bliss. Yeah, I guess she's got enough historic clout. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, AEW. As far as someone that they don't have already, I think they might look at Lyra. Lyra's very good. I think they would only kind of want Raquel, Lyra, and Chelsea out of this pool right here. Oh, maybe Miriam. But I'm going to say, like, similar to the Ciampa situation, I think they take a risk on Chelsea. Okay, so they get Chelsea. Now I get 2. I'm going... I'm going to take Mia Yim before AEW grabs her or something. So I'll go Mia Yim, because I got ideas for this. Who's my second pick? Oh, Lyra. Fuck out. Yeah, fuck out of here. AEW next. AEW's going to pick Marina Shafir here. They're going to play the long game. Okay, so now WWE picks 2. Like I said, I don't think they'd want anybody from the AEW pool unless it becomes completely obvious for them. So I think they're going to pick Sol Ruka. And I'm not even sure if they necessarily pick Raquel here. That's the crazy thing. They stay giving Raquel the fake push. I almost made a video on this, and I didn't because I thought it was going to age badly. I already forgot what her last match was, but I thought she was going to win it and then end up having to fight Liv Morgan or whatever. If that even whatever. Anyhow. But yeah, let's say they pick Raquel anyway. AEW picks next. We'll say they pick Willow Nightingale. And I think they like Mina enough. Oh, fuck. What am I doing? You don't get to pick 2. I'll take Mina. Fuck you. No. Okay, so hold on. So I get 2 picks here. I pick Ivy Nile before she gets grabbed up. She's another one who should be, or should have been, like mid-card champion at this point already. Who else do I pick? Oh, actually, no, we were just watching a video. Is this Diona? With that armbar finish?
The ropes! Oh, look at that! There it is! There it is! Look at that, Fujiwara! Fujiwara! Center of the ring! Driving it! There's that pump, she's pumping it in! Oh, and she taps out! Right back to that straight arm bar. And now...
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna pick her. She looked nice with it. Okay, AEW's up next. I think they take Mina. WWE. Now, I think this is where they might get weird. Well, not weird, but... So I'm gonna have them pick Megan Bayne and Roxanne. AEW, I think they're either picking Jamie Hayter, Harley Cameron, or Sheeta. But since they got Mina already, I'll say that they try and sneak pick Harley. So me next. I'm gonna go Hikaru Shida here. And Jamie Hayter. AEW next. Julia Hart. WWE. Britt Baker. And Anna Jay. AEW, Sky Blue. Me, I'm gonna go with Alex Windsor. And give me Thunder Rosa because she's got thunder in her name. That's not joke. That's not why. So AEW next. I'll say they pick Aminata, and then Lena Cross. Hold on, is that? Oh no, that worked out. That's 14 each. Okay, yeah. So this is what every show's women's roster is looking like right now. You got WWE, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, Sol Ruca, Raquel Rodriguez, Megan Bayne, Britt Baker, Roxanne Perez, Anna Jay, and Lena Cross. Then you got AEW, Mercedes Moné, Io Sky, Bayley, Stephanie Vaquer, Chris Statlander, Naomi, Chelsea Green, Marina Shafir, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Julia Hart, I almost said Roxanne. Sky Blue is just AEW's Roxanne. No, I'm joking. I just said it. Sky Blue and Queen Aminata. And then my roster, Asuka, Timeless Tony Storm, let me get it right. Tekla, Bianca Belair, Julia, Athena, Mia Yim, Lara Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Deonna Purrazzo, whatever. Jamie Hayter, you know what I'm trying to say. Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Alex Windsor, and Thunder Rosa. So on paper, I think well, actually, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I was going to say on paper, it looks like I got the weakest women's roster. As far as like star power, I guess, but that's because I believe in people. Sue me. Actually, let's calculate that real quick. So how many stars does each show have? And then I guess how many clear demons in the ring does each have? So stars. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte 2, Becky 3. How many normies would know Liv Morgan? Actually, let's not do that. I don't think Liv's in this tier though. Okay, let's say 3. How many does AEW have? Mercedes Moné. And then we'll say Io Sky, Bayley. Some people might not put Bayley here though. I mean, by this criteria, I don't even think Io Sky makes it. She's kind of just a demon in the ring. So AEW might just be Mercedes Moné. Yeah, so I'll say 3, 1. And then I got... You can make a better argument for Asuka than you can Io Sky, but I still, for the sake of how everybody else seems to keep forgetting Asuka, like, it's crazy. But anyways, I'm going to say Timeless Tony Storm and Bianca. So I got at least 2. But let's look at the demons in the ring now. How many does WWE have? Who's like demon? Yikes. You got maybe like half of one. How much does AEW have? You got 1, 2, 3. Not gonna lie, I think I stole all of them. Anyways, we're not gonna do that. You get the point. So let's get into the men's roster now. So first round pick. Who does WWE pick from this pool of men? Let me scroll down for a second so you can kind of look at it. So starting with Cope, ending with El Grande Americaizer. Okay, so this is easy. They're picking Roman Reigns. Who does AEW pick? Where's Bro? This is apparently 2026. Oh, it's right there. Okay, MJF. Okay, so Roman Reigns, MJF. Now I get to pick 2. I don't think I've said this yet, but I got to put this out there too. I'm also thinking in terms of how many years do some of these people have left, assuming I'm starting a new company in this scenario. Anyways, give me Will Ospreay. And who's my second pick? I had to grab Will Ospreay because I'm not having WWE steal that shit, or AEW for that matter. Okay, give me Will Ospreay and give me... I gotta be smart about this. Who would WWE's next pick be? Well, I got like nothing to worry about. Okay, I'm just gonna pick him now. I'm picking Swerve Strickland. Just that these two could be together. Because I'm thinking in terms of good rivalries too. Okay, AEW next. Let's have AEW. At this stage, I don't think they pick Jericho. I think they're either picking Kenny Omega or Moxley. Based on recent current product, I think they're gonna pick Moxley here. Then WWE gets 2 picks. I think they're gonna go... Oh, fucking Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar or CM Punk. I'm gonna say they don't pick Brock yet, assuming he was pretty part-time anyway. Who did I just pick? Oh, Cody Rhodes. Okay, and I think their second pick is gonna be let's go with Jey Uso. I'll say they pick CM Punk here. Okay, AEW next pick. Okay, yeah. Now I'll give them Kenny Omega. So now I gotta pick two. Okay, give me Hangman. And give me Kyle Fletcher. AEW's next. Is there anyone from the WWE pool that AEW might steal now? As much as you people... I can see, well, maybe not at this stage. I was gonna say I can kind of see them wanting like a Finn Balor. I'm gonna say they pick Darby Allin. WWE pick? I think they're going Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. Definitely Brock Lesnar. Orton's actually kind of questionable, it seems like, as far as how they're looking at him. But I think he beats out any of the like new generation that they're supposedly trying to build. Or do you think that they value Jey Uso more than Randy Orton at the moment? Now, I think for the sake of them being petty and trying to sign people just to keep them away from people, I think they do just go Brock and Orton. AEW. Would they pick Jericho in 2026 if they were in this position? I think they'll pick a single Young Buck in the hopes that they end up getting both. Now, I'm not going to be petty and just steal the other one, but because I got two picks. I could have just took both. Who do I have? I got Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Hangman, and Kyle Fletcher. Okay. Give me Trick Williams for pure character purposes. And give me Okada. AEW. Okay, so now they got both the Bucks. WWE. They get two. Who do they have? They have Roman, Cody, CM Punk, Brock, and Randy. I don't necessarily think they'll take like Edge, for example, because at this point I think they are kind of semi-serious, as much as they're bad at doing this, at being done with the older generation and then putting over new talent. So if they brought Edge back, they'd probably want to force him into like a retirement tour and have freaking Gunther retire him or some shit. So I think they're gonna have. Actually, you know what? I think they would try and get the bloodline safe. So I'll say they pick Jacob Fatu. And Jey Uso, as crazy as this is, I don't think they give a fuck if Jimmy doesn't make the cut and ends up somewhere else. Okay, so AEW. I'm going to say AEW picks... Wait, who do they got? MJF, Moxley, Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Young Bucks. Okay, I think they can risk an older guy here. I think they pick Jericho over... Would they pick Jericho over Cope? I think since they only got one pick, it's better to go with Jericho. So now it's me. Give me... Oh, okay, I think I see what I'm going to do here. Give me Bobby Lashley. Which is, I think that's as old as I'm going at the moment. And I got one more pick. Give me Kota Ibushi. No, wait, actually, hold on. Give me Ricochet first. So now AEW. I'll have AEW try and at least recollect some of the Death Riders here. So we'll go Pac. I don't think they're going to get all of them. They might, but we'll see. Because I don't necessarily have much interest in any of them individually, unless if it was Pac, based on Moxley already being gone. I guess I'll say this. So Daniel Garcia, a lot of these guys look like side characters. Like, I didn't really care much for Yuta. Kind of just side character in Death Riders. Same thing with Garcia. That's what I kind of looked at them as. As far as the Death Riders group, the only people I was kind of looking at was Moxley, Marina, and I just knew Pac was a demon in the ring. That was me for the most part. But this past, well, I guess by the time this uploads, another Dynamite has happened. So the Dynamite before this Dynamite, I think it was, that you would have saw at the time of this video, that's confusing as hell. But basically, when Will Ospreay had Danny Garcia, like Will Ospreay was pissed off after the interaction with was a Swerve or whatever I think it was, and he was taking out his anger on Garcia, had him pinned up against the wall. I thought that shit, the way how Danny handled that, I thought that shit was funny, and they need to lean into that character because this guy came off like how like the Deep from The Voice. If they kept that dynamic going, I think Danny could stand out in the group a little bit more. But yeah, anyways. Okay, so AEW's got Pac, now we're on WWE. Who do they pick next? Now, do they just pick Solo and Jimmy? Or do they try and grab up like Seth or something? And like maybe Gunther. We'll say they really want to keep this bloodline story going. And Roman is influencing them to sign everybody from the family. So we'll have him pick Solo and Seth Rollins. Okay, AEW next. I'm going to have them risk it around and take Takeshita before they start collecting more Death Riders. Now me, I get 2. I'm going to do something really weird here. I'm actually going to go Wardlow and Brian Cage. So now I got some powerhouses right here. Between Bobby, Brian Cage, and Wardlow. Wardlow is like sick. I feel like they should be doing... I don't know if it's a case of like... Well, I won't say it's a case of them not wanting to like write themselves in the corner. Speaking of which, I actually freaking forgot. For the sake of this tier list, this... Should I do that? Hold on. This is a 2026 tier list. Some people were missing. Some people I definitely left off because I wasn't going to have like 50,000 people and then have this list taking hours. But for example, Obafemi is not on here. So I actually had Hobbs here to stand in as Obafemi. I was going to use Keanu Carver or whatever his name is. The dude who looks like he's trying to be Oba Strickland or something. But I didn't see him on here either. And again, this is 2026. This is the most updated one I could find. So I don't know how some people are missing like that. But yeah, anyways. So I picked Wardlow and Brian Cage. AEW's next. We'll have him pick Cope. WWE gets to pick 2. Let's just do it now. Let's pretend this is Obafemi. I hate to do this, but Obafemi, the reason why I'm using Powerhouse Hobbs as Obafemi is because I think since both of those two exist at the same time, I think Oba is going to get the clear, better push. They're both similar size enough for Royce Keys to be getting the same kind of push Oba's getting, but they're not going to do it. They're going to have like bro struggle or something. So Obafemi and Logan Paul. I shit you not, I think they put this much value on him. It seems like it's died down a little bit, but I think they still want the influence that comes with him, like the social media shit, or his following, his outsider following to siphon different eyes. I think they've slightly slowed down on Braun Breaker. Okay, AEW gets next pick. Get Cage in there. Keep Cope and Cage together. Now it's me. Give me Kota Ibushi and Ilya Dragunov. AEW's pick, Samoa Joe. Again, I think I heard he's retiring soon, I think within the next less than 5 years or something, but AEW does better with younger talent anyway, as far as building them up. Look at Kyle Fletcher versus Braun Breaker. Kyle Fletcher is, it seems like he went from nothing, like he feuded with Will Ospreay, cut his hair, and then it's like the rest is history. Like from there, Don Callis family, it's just been up. So I think that's been a good build for him. Okay, so now is it WWE? WWE gets 2. Okay, who does WWE pick? Braun Breaker. Maybe not in this order, but I think they go Braun Breaker and Gunther. Ain't no way you have this guy retiring this many people if you don't have plans for him, really. So they have to kind of mean it. Okay, AEW's next. I'm going to say they take a risk, make a play, and then take Finn Balor. Now me, what could I use more of? I think give me Drew McIntyre. Treat this guy better. My powerhouse division is coming along. Because at the moment, AEW is pushing like these types as like the top company champions world title. If it was my company, not to say that these guys would never hold a world title. They absolutely would. But I feel like more times than not, it would be like these types, these kind of people and Drew. So who did I just pick? Did I pick someone already? So Drew and I got one more. So Drew McIntyre and oh fucking A. Give me Montez Ford. I forgot I got Bianca right there. I would absolutely want them together. I'll do something on screen with that. Okay, so AEW next. I'll have AEW take Kevin Knight. WWE gets 2. I think they take I think they take Sami, or no, hold on. Okay, yeah, I think they'll take Sami Zayn for Saudi purposes. And who else? And then I think Roman tells them to finally get Jimmy Uso before it's too late. AEW next pick. Get some speedball out here. Mike Bailey. Now me, I get 2. Who am I taking from here? I do like what Leo Rush has been doing. Andrade. Actually, yeah, give me Andrade. And give me... Yeah, based how things are balancing out, give me Andrade and Penta. Okay, now AEW's turn. Okay, I'll have them take Claudio to try and salvage the Death Riders because it's about to be too late. If not, okay, WWE gets 2. I think they take Bronson Reed and Dominic Mysterio. AEW, I'll have them take Ciampa. Now me, I get 2. I'm taking Carmelo Hayes and Ethan Page. Actually, no. Let me put up Carmelo Hayes and let me get Javon instead. AEW's pick, Danny Garcia. WWE gets 2 picks, El Grande and Rey Mysterio. AEW gets another pick. Okay, I'm gonna say they pick Leo Rush. I don't know if I'm weird for thinking this, but I don't think AEW. Do you think AEW would want LA Knight? Because LA Knight's like what, 40 something? Like 40. I think it's like mid 40s. Let me look this up real quick. Does this work? Hey Google. It works in my car. Oh, Gemini. How old is LA Knight?
Let me check that real quick. LA Knight was born on November 1st, 1982, which makes him 43 years old. He's one of the most charismatic stars in WWE right now, known for his signature catchphrases and high-energy style.
Okay.
Would you like to know more about his journey in professional wrestling, or maybe about some of his biggest matches?
Nah, we good. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If anything else comes to mind later on, just let me know. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Whatever. I changed the voice of that thing. That was unsettling. Okay, so he's 43. But anyways, it's my pick now. So I go LA Knight and then Ethan Page. Now we back to AEW. They get all the Death Riders. And then WWE gets Damian Priest. Okay. So these are the final rosters. Let's take a look. This is WWE's roster. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Obafemi, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley, Gunther, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio, El Grande Amerikaiser, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Charlotte, Becky, Liv, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss, Sol Ruka, Raquel Megan Bain, Britt Baker, Roxanne Perez, Anna Jay, and Lena Cross. AEW's roster. MJF, Jon Moxley, Pac, Claudio, Yuta, Daniel Garcia, Takeshita, Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, Cope, Samoa Joe, Cage, Finn Balor, Leo Rush, The Young Bucks, Ciampa, Chris Jericho, Mercedes Moné, Io Sky, Bailey, Stephanie Vaquer, Chris Statlander, Naomi, Chelsea Green, Marina Shafir, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Queen Aminata. And then my roster, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, LA Knight, Ethan Page, Adam Page, Andrade, Penta, Javon Evans, Kyle Fletcher, Montez Ford, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Brian Cage, Wardlow, Ricochet, Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov, Kota Ibushi, Okada, Carmelo Hayes, Asuka, Timeless Tony Storm, Tekla, Bianca Belair, Julia, Athena, Mia Yim, Lara Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Diana, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, Alex Windsor, and Thunder Rosa. So what's interesting about this is there's enough solid people here. And bear in mind, we left a lot of like the fodder and everything else and other mid-carders and stuff off. So there's definitely enough space to accommodate 3 super solid shows in American television or wrestling. But I guess, who do you think ended up with the best roster? I'm happy with who I got. People might not see it as the best one because they're probably just gonna look in terms of like revenue and earnings. But as far as like what I can do with the creative and the product and I'm different. Anyways. I thought my camera, Tysic Thunder. Shit. Why is it backwards? There you go. We doing that again. Tysic Thunder. We out.